The family lives at the Arlington Grove Apartments, where we have covered several incidents of residents growing fearful of frequent gunfire and crimes committed by teens. It could all be connected to an apparent new gang, which is sparking rising concerns in the Wells Goodfellow neighborhood.
New at 10, 5 on your side's Robert Townsend shares what he's learned about the 1600 Clara boys and what the community is doing to try and tackle the problem.
From a pastor who rents properties in this North St. Louis neighborhood.
How bad is it?
It's really bad. It's getting out of control.
To a neighbor who's also a community activist afraid to show her face during our interview.
It's the fear that they put in the residents and just the civilians.
To a board member of the nonprofit Breaking Generational Poverty Foundation.
Yes, it's a gang problem in the city of St. Louis.
They all have growing concerns about what they say is a new gang called the 1600 Clara Boys.
I've been around for years, so I guess the kids in the neighborhood have formed their own gang and gave it a name.
Neighbors and community leaders say in the past year, the boys and teenagers formed near Dr. Martin Luther King Drive and Clara Avenue.
Where's the parent? It's sad because they're teenagers.
Kids who are reportedly 11 to 18 years old carrying guns.
There are people selling guns for cash in our city. And a lot of times these teens get the money from robbing people to buy these guns.
Military style guns. They're walking with them. They may have them in their pants.
And sparking fear.
This is an area where we have to live, and as children, if you're walking around with guns, and what's going to happen next?
People are just terrified that there's a lot of young people out here robbing, shooting, doing God knows whatever they want to do.
5 on Your Side visited this neighborhood several times, talking to neighbors about their concerns. We also saw 1600 written on this apartment building. Just feet away in July, police say someone fired gunshots and sent a mom and her kids scrambling after a projectile the mom called a bullet shattered their window. Police have not said if it was gang-related, but it's an example of what neighbors are dealing with. A key question in all of this is what can be done to help teens turn their lives around before they turn to gangs.
I believe the community can turn these young people's lives around, but the problem is a lot of people in the community are afraid.
Northside native Pastor Lee Roy grew up not far from this neighborhood.
A lot of these children are just following along. A lot of them come from broken homes, and so it's not all about just throwing them and arresting them, but it's more about just trying to get them and meet them where they at.
They need to put the guns down and pick up activities. So, we're just calling on city officials, leaders to get programs for these kids so they can have something else other to do.
St. Louis police agree. Spokesman Mitch McCoy said in a statement, "We will continue to use every available resource to hold those who commit violent crimes accountable, while also supporting prevention and intervention efforts that give young people alternatives." While police would not confirm if they've heard of the 1600 Clara Boys, the department does have a gang unit.
And so what we need to do is to know that we have the support from the city government and law enforcement. If we don't address the issue, we're going to see this area get worse and worse.
Robert Townsend, 5 on Your Side.
For the past 2 years, the nonprofit Show Me Peace has worked with a variety of agencies to provide parents whose kids may be involved in gangs helpful information and resources. For more information, you can call Mission St. Louis. That number is 314-534-1188.